you guys hear me?
Why should you not be an Amazon store?
Okay, so. Hi Sandy, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Don't look at that mess over there. I haven't picked up yet from my machine. So, you guys can see my new machine. It's right here. It's so pretty. Hi everybody, how are you guys? Sorry it's kind of late. My son's still not sleeping, so I was kind of trying to wait for him to fall asleep, but it's okay. He'll fall asleep soon. How's your guys' weekend? I'm still going live tomorrow night too. I just wanted to come on tonight because I have like 10 or 12 orders to package up that need to go out in the morning. So I wanted to either do that on here with you guys or film a video doing that. But I figured I'm kind of tired. I've had a long weekend. So I was like, if I go live, then I'll at least like get through it and get it done. If I didn't go live, then I probably wouldn't do it tonight. I'd probably just go to bed. So I decided I should probably get them done tonight. So that is why I'm here. But also, tomorrow is NF Awareness Day. I don't know if you guys know, but my son, my youngest son, has NF. It's neurofibromatosis 1. And tomorrow is NF Awareness Day. So I'm gonna make a shirt tonight on here because I want to wear it tomorrow for him. And I kept telling myself I'm gonna make it, and I just never have. So I'm actually gonna do it tonight. It's just gonna be like something fun to do. It has nothing to do with my business, just something fun so I can wear that tomorrow and support him. So I'm gonna be making that on here. Decided on my shop name, Little Angels by Gigi. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Yes, Amber, look at my machine. It's so beautiful. I'm waiting. I just ordered a bunch of new thread, so I'm waiting on that. I just ordered like pretty much all the same colors I already have over here. Then I'm gonna have like a second stash to go over here because I don't want to have to keep going like back and forth. So I just ordered all those last night, and I'm waiting on that. So hopefully they should be here within the week. Or I did. I think I did expedited shipping because I hate waiting on supplies. So I did that. I did a test stitch, so I just did like a single name, and it worked out good. I had to adjust the tension on the bobbin case because it was a little too tight. So other than that, it worked great. So I mean, I only tested one needle, so I'll have to test all the other ones out when I get it all threaded. But it's really cool. The machine is awesome. It stitched out so good. It was actually pretty quiet for an embroidery machine. I thought that one was quiet. This one is pretty quiet for how big it is. And the screen is so big, and it's very user-friendly too, considering that it didn't really come with instructions. I had to like figure it out myself, so I did it. It took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but it's very user-friendly like after the fact. Can you guys hear me okay or no? I don't have any background noise in here. It's super quiet, so maybe it's on your end, but let me know. So this machine is the SWF 12 needle machine. SWF is a huge brand that does a lot of like multi-head embroidery machines, and this is their first machine that they've gotten out with a single head. So I haven't even really used it yet. I stitched it out only once last night, or twice actually. I did the name a couple times on here. I'll show you. And the hoops are actually, like, these are the ones that came with it. And they're actually really nice. Like, I think they're even like magnetic. I don't know. They're very sturdy. So I just use this because my Mighty Hoops didn't fit on that machine. So I have to order different brackets or just a whole new set. But I just did the name a couple times on here just to test out the tension. Like this one was way off. And so then finally on the last one, I was able to get it correct. So this one stitched out good. Like it doesn't look bad, but on the back side, there was no bobbin that you could see. So then I did it again and I got it right the third time. So I guess I stitched it out 3 different times. But this was just using my stabilizer, no clothing or anything. So it was just straight stitched on the stabilizer just to test it. So it worked out good. I was happy with it. I thought it came broken because there's no like cover to it, but that's how they come, I guess. So that's a little different, but I guess that's how it is. But it's a really smooth machine. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, cool. So maybe it's just your computer or whatever you're listening on. Maybe just refresh it. Okay. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do, I have to do this lovey blanket. So I'm gonna start that while I'm working on my shirt. So, because the shirt is just something, obviously I'm gonna make it because I need to make it for my son. But I have a couple shirts to do, I have a blanket to do, I have a lot of packaging to do. So we're gonna do that. And then that will be it for tonight. And then tomorrow, I decided because I have a ton of bummies to make for tomorrow, I'm just going to do like a refresher of what Connie had did her bummies. Pretty sure she used a similar pattern to the ones that I make, and there was a ton of questions on how to make the bummies and stuff. So I thought that maybe a refresher and just like going step by step again, kind of a tutorial on how to do that would be good, because when I was on her live, there was a lot of different questions on it. So her and I talked and thought that it would just be good if maybe I did a refresher. And then we thought that we would continue doing that, like not right away, but just down the line of, you know, I did leggings and then maybe she'll do a refresher on leggings for you guys and we'll just kind of switch it up that way. So tomorrow night is just going to be a refresher. So I hope that you guys are okay with that. I'm just trying to like plan out my list. I know I missed 2 tutorials, so I'm trying to play catch up on that while catching up on all my orders and all these new machines. I'm trying to mess with them and play with them so that I can get information out to you guys on them. So it's taking a little bit of time. So I hope that you guys understand and are just a little bit patient with me when I do this. But I know you guys are. You guys are awesome. Yeah, the air was on. So maybe it was that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just going to grab some. I keep my minky fabric scraps down here for my blanket. This one's actually my cotton blanket. So I have an order of this that I need to do. So whenever I cut my loveys out and I have these little scraps, I just fold them up and put them down here. And then that's what I grab from when I go to do another one. So I'm going to press this really quick because it has lines on it. I like to press it before I cut out the pattern because then it's actually like an accurate cutting instead of cutting it with wrinkles. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Can you guys hear my son? He's talking. Okay. So I'm going to, let's see here. I think I want to flip the camera. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I'll show you guys. This is the new machine right here. So I haven't threaded it or anything yet because I'm waiting. I've ordered a whole bunch of thread, so I'm waiting on that to come in. But it's the SWF. It's a 12 needle. So 2 more needles more than my other machine, which is exciting because I'm constantly switching out my threads on one half of the machine. The other half of the machine I leave on, so needles 1 through 5, I usually just leave on there the whole time because I use those ones constantly, and then the other ones I switch out. So I'm really excited about getting a couple more additional needles. But this is awesome. The machine, I'll power it on for you guys really quick so you can see it. It is so big, like, and so quiet for how big it is. The computer part of it is giant. I haven't really like messed with it, so I don't know, like, I think you can pull this up farther. I don't really know how yet. I think you have to loosen it. This right here, you can like move up and down and stuff. I don't want to mess with it though, because I haven't really played with it yet. But the machine is huge. Like, look how big that screen is. It's giant. So it's like a computer. It's literally like my whole hand. It's huge. It's twice as big as my other one. So, and it's super user friendly. It comes with this like stylus pen thing that you just like click around with it. All of these right here down here are the settings. I kind of went in and played with all of that. You can choose your hoop. You can float it. You can pick your frame. Just everything that you need to know about it is in here. And then also, like, you can actually like draw a picture on here on a blank screen. I was like watching videos on it, but you can trace my hand basically, and then save that on the computer screen. It's just like an internal computer right here. And then it will digitize it for me in the computer, and I could just stitch it straight out from there. It's so amazing. I need to mess with it and play with it more so I can tell you guys more about it. But as far as I know, it's, you know, you can pretty much just do whatever you want on that screen. Yeah, the screen is huge. Let's see here. Check to see if you can use Mighty Hoops on it. They are wonderful. Yes, I have Mighty Hoops on my other machine, and they barely fit on here, so I have to get new ones. They're literally like 1/4 of an inch too big, I think. So I have to order new ones. But I was going to order new ones anyway because I don't want to keep going back and forth. I just want a set over here and a set over there. So it makes it easier. I know. I was scared because I was like, oh no, I didn't leave enough space. I could have just like moved these down like easily, but I wanted it to just fit right in there perfectly, and it does. The only thing is if I have to get to the back of the machine, then I have to pull it out, but that's fine. It's on wheels, so it's easy. Let's see. I'm just reading some comments really quick. Cute sandals? Ah! Don't look at my toes. I need to get a pedicure. I love how clear your video is. Oh, thank you. It's on my phone. I just got the new Android Ultra something or another. My husband got it for me. But yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's got like 5 cameras on it. Okay, fits perfectly. Love your new machine. Check to see. Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome. Features awesome. Love seeing your excitement about your. I know. I love getting new toys. I think it's like the best when you just get to mess with something new. It's fun. All right, back over here. So the first thing that I do, that's my shirt I'm going to make tonight. Let me put this away. So the first thing I do with my loveys is I put my sticky stabilizer. And if you guys don't have, this stabilizer is so good. I love it. I also get that stabilizer at Sewing Machines Plus. It's called their Perfect Stay, I think. It comes in these huge rolls. Stay Perfect is what it's called. So it comes in these huge rolls. It's peel and stick. And I don't know how much comes on here. It probably says, but 10 yards. So 19.5 inches by 10 yards. But I just cut them. I pre-cut them in half. And they fit perfectly on my 5x7 frames. And that's what I use for my loveys. So I do that first, and then I come over here. Move this. You see what I'm doing? Do you buy your material in large quantities and at a wholesale? Trying to get my fabric stocked. Yes, I buy from Spoonflower for my fabric. So theirs is a little bit different. You can't really like buy the bolt. You just buy it by yardage. And so I just usually do like 10 yards at a time. If I'm just starting out with a new print, I'll start with 5 or 6 yards and do all my samples. And then after my samples are up and I'm done with them, then I order the extra yardage of it when I put them out on my website and release it, basically, so that I have enough of that fabric on hand. And then each time I reorder it, I just do like 10 yards. And then I keep, so like all of these over here, I don't know if you can see on the table over here. So I just got all of these in right here. Don't look at that's from the machine. I haven't cleaned up yet. But all of these, oh, and my daughter had her first dance, 7th grade dance, so I was polishing her nails out here. Didn't put those away. But anyway, these are all my new fabrics that have come in. So they just fold them up tightly like that and send them to you. And then I get all of my bolts at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Whenever I go in there, I just ask them for extra bolts. So see, I have them all up there. I collect them because it's the only way I can stay organized. So that's what I do. That's how I do it. And it just is easy. It keeps it nice and clean in here. So over here, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I have these bins that I'm ordering. They're 3 feet high, so like a yard high, which is perfect height because it'll literally go to like right in the middle of the top shelf right there, and I can still reach it without having to get a ladder. And they're basically going to take up to this middle part right here, so that whole space. I'm going to get 2 of them, and they have 9 bins in them. So I'm going to put all of my my shirt inventory and then other stuff over there. And then my fur, I'm going to put all my fur that's in these boxes on bolts, and I'm going to line them up on crossed on the top. That way I can see all my colors, just like over here. I'm just trying to get more organized. It's really hard, and I think that's the hardest part about having your own shop is just getting organized and keeping it organized. Where did I get my embroidery machine? So this one came from sewingmachinesplus.com. If you haven't been on there, they do all kinds of embroidery machines, all kinds of sewing machines, quilting machines. They have cutters, like not Cricut obviously, but they have like the Brother cutter, Sienna cuts. They have everything you can think of. They do supplies there. Just go on there and look and browse. They have literally everything on that website. So that's where I get all of my stuff mostly. Do you buy your material? Okay, I just read that one. Okay. So I cut my lovey out first, and then I embroider it. And if you guys have seen one of my videos on the lovey, I cut this part out always a little bit bigger because when I first made this template, I didn't really know I wanted it to be bigger. I did it like this, not including like a seam allowance. So as I was making the pattern, I didn't think that after I sewed it together, then it would be smaller up here. Because that was when I first started, I didn't know any better. Practice makes perfect. So now I just know I didn't want to remake the whole thing because of that one little piece. I already all taped it together and everything. So it's like, I'll just know every time I cut it out to make it a little bit bigger. So I do like 1/4 of an inch bigger around each side of just the tag, not the lovey. And if I run into a bind where like I don't have enough of the fabric up here to make the tag bigger, I scoot the blanket over just a tiny bit where you won't even notice it. But I always try to make that tag piece a little bit thicker because it looks funny if it's too small. So I just adjust as I need. Okay. Over here. So I do it the same every single time. I just line it up on the corners of the frame. The bottom and then the sides. Put it on there, and then I use a water-soluble stabilizer. I have it linked in my description. I get it on Amazon, this one. I have two different kinds, but I like this one better because it comes off easier. It's not super thick. And I double it up. So I just cut like a piece off and then I fold it in half. And you always want to keep these in their, I have a bag that I keep it in. Because if you leave it out, especially with me working in my garage and I have a cooler unit, it makes it moist in here. And then if you leave it out, it will harden. And so I've actually left a piece out on the table like overnight and then went to go use it the next day and it literally like crackles. So don't leave this out. Always put it away. So what I then do is I just fold it in half. And then I I already know basically, because I do so many of these, I know where to place it. And I always leave a little bit of my sticky back on the sides right here so I can stick this to it and I don't have to pin it. So that's just like a shortcut. So that's how I do it. And then I do so I have my water soluble, my fabric, my sticky back, and then I also slide in underneath of here. I have like pre-cut pieces. This is just a tearaway, and I just put that underneath. So I just feel like it stitches out a lot cleaner. I've messed with it so many different times, and of course everyone has their own way of doing every little thing that they make, but this is just what's worked for me, and I feel like it turns out really good every time when I do that. So that's why I do that. I'm going to turn you guys around. And show you how I do this. I'm going to put you guys like right over here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I'm going to show you guys on this screen. Good evening, beautiful soul. My lives are pretty long. Tonight's not going to be that long, but my lives are usually pretty long, so it takes people a long time to watch them. But thanks for watching. Okay, so I always unplug it from the back when I'm done using it at night because I don't know. I don't want it to, I don't know. I don't have a reason. I just unplug it. I have so many things plugged in here that I like to shut everything off at night. I unplug all my lights, everything. I'm going to shut this one off over here though because I'm not using it. Are you getting many sales from your own website or is it mainly through Etsy? Right now I'm getting most of my sales through Etsy because we're still working on the SEO and algorithm of my website since we did take it down and had to relaunch it. So it's taking a little bit longer. Obviously it always takes like a good rule of thumb when you're doing a website is at least 6 months is when it needs to like marinate basically. So I'm just being patient with it and letting it do its thing. Getting a few sales here and there, you know, but I'm not marketing it and I'm not advertising it on stuff. Like when I put stuff on Instagram, I'll say like, you can order this through my website or you can order it through Etsy. At the end of the day, like next year at this time, I would like to have my website like completely up and running and running smoothly, with orders coming in, you know, consistently, because Etsy does charge a lot more for fees and stuff like that. So I would rather have my website to get orders from than Etsy, but Etsy is just easy. It, you know, you have your, it's like free marketing basically. People go on Etsy, they know Etsy, they go on there and shop, they find your stuff. So it's just very consistent for me. Like every day I wake up, I know I have this many orders. Like it's just very reliant and consistent. So I don't think I'll ever not use Etsy, if that makes sense. I'll keep doing it. But I would rather have my website my sole priority, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm like zoomed way in. Okay, so on this machine, I don't know if you guys can see this. I like to turn my light on, it makes it brighter. So this is the last one that I did. So I'm gonna exit out of there. I think I need to go grab my USB because I took it on this machine over here. And this girl's name is Haley Jean. So cute. So when I get all of my orders in, like I put them on these clipboards and then I take them to my computer and then I input all of the names that need to be done. I have a clipboard for blankets, I have a clipboard for loveys, a clipboard for vinyl and screen print shirts, and then I have a clipboard for embroidery shirts. So they're all separate. I take them each over to the computer, do the design, save them to my USB, and then input them into the computer as I'm doing the orders. So I don't do them one at a time, I do them in bulk. So I just do them all at one time. That way it makes it easier for me. Okay, so I just have to go find her name. It doesn't put it in any particular order, so I just have to find it. Okay, so then I just input it into my system. Actually, I need to click this real quick because I didn't do that yet. So I was doing a shirt. Here's, I'm going to show you guys how easy this is to change. So I try to do all my shirts at one time and I try to do all my blankets at the same time as well. But see, these are my easy frames. I call them fast frames, but they're actually the jerky easy frames. And it's not fitting because I had my mighty hoop on there, right? So all I have to do, I have it marked on here, a red line where my fast frame or my easy frame goes. And then I have a blue line where my mighty hoops is. So I literally it's just unscrewing or loosening up these two screws. That's it. Put it on tight. Okay. So you literally just slide it over. And then this one, I just check to see if it's tight because sometimes it gets loose. And that's good. That's all you do. And then it just slides right in. It's hard, I'm trying to like show you guys. So the one con about this machine, I love everything about it, but I think I told you guys before, the frame on, I don't know if it's just the easy frame because it doesn't actually go with the machine. is hard to get on. So I have to do it like two-handed. I can't just like in there. So it's like sometimes I have to sit there and mess with it or do one side and then the other side. But once it's in, but hard sometimes. So now it went in. But that's the only thing that I have about this machine that I don't particularly like. I wish it was easier. But maybe it's me. I don't know. So then I just slide that in there. And I have my little handy dandy 45-degree angle ruler that I just line up on the corner. And then I just make sure it's on needle 1. That's my center point basically. And I just pull it down. And I know I want to line it up with this angle because that's the 45-degree angle. That means it's right in the middle. Sorry if I'm in your way. I just have to do this really quick. And then I just use my arrows to go back and forth to line it up. And then all I do from here is go here, and I just want to check my upper corner and my lower corner. So I'm just going to go there, make sure it's not on the frame, go up, make sure it's not on the frame. So I'm good to go. I hit OK. And then I'm going to do, I always do black with this one because it brings out the dark in it. And that's all I do. So I have my stabilizer underneath, my stabilizer on top, my sticky back, and it's ready to go. I'm reading some comments. I have both camera, just launched my own website. I want to branch out as well, but I will always have my Etsy links for answering. Yes, of course. Good night. Thanks for coming. Those weights, where did you get them? What weights are you talking about? Oh, those weights, I got them on Amazon. They should be linked in my description. So, Debbie, the frame that I'm using are the Jerky Easy frames. They came with like 7 attachments. So I have hat attachments, I have smaller and larger, like you can see right here. I have them up here. Not these ones came with my machine, but the ones behind them. So there's like an 8x8. That one's I think like a 3x4. There's 7 or 8 different sizes that you can get. I'm sure there's other packages too. That's just the one that I use. Sorry if this is super loud, but I just wanted to show you guys. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna come over here now and try to. I'm gonna set you guys right here. I'm gonna make my design now. Trying to zoom in a little bit. There we go. I'm just reading some comments. You've motivated me to actually do some work right now. That's why, Liz, I got on here because I was so tired. I'm like, if I don't come on, then I'm going to go to bed. And I really need to get these done. Where did you get your ruler from, please? Marissa, I think I got that one. I think I got that one at Joann's. It's, I'll show it to you. It's just the Creative Grids. I don't know if you can get it on Amazon, but I love it because I just line this corner up every time on that frame. And then this is my center point right here. So I just know exactly every time where my center point needs to be. Is that too loud for you guys? For me, my personal shirt, so that is why I'm just going to choose an SVG that I like for myself. I don't sell these or anything, this is just for my personal use. I don't like when they come out all weird. So this is what I do. I don't know if this is the right way. I think it's easy. I just kind of erase all this, lettering, and then I go and click on the background. Okay, so then I go like this and just click the background. It's so tedious, but I don't have a picture, so I have to do this. It's not gonna work. Come on. I just want the NF. Let's see if I can do this one. Here we go. Does this happen to you guys? Like every time I go to click out of it, it clicks me out completely, and then I have to start back over and sign in again. Like it's so ridiculous. I'm getting so fed up with Cricut. So now I'm just, what I do for mine, I'll show you. Have you considered doing the initials from the regular lettering and slicing the heart into the F? To pull that image from the web and it'll be cleaner. I'm gonna see how it cuts. I think it's gonna cut fine, but I'm not sure. What's happening? I found the ruler on Amazon, thank you. Yeah, I can't hear her because I need to keep my volume down on my phone. Oh, you can't hear me. Well, I'm right up against the phone right now. I do have a discount code for Sewing Machines Plus. Sometimes if the code doesn't work, that's because that specific item or machine that you're using isn't available with the discount, but you can always put it in and try. Just put in, it's Bingham Bliss, and I think it's all lowercase. Okay, so for my shirts, I just literally go from armpit to armpit. That's how I do it. So this one's just around 20 inches. So then what I do is take from here to here down. That's where I want my design to go. So then I just measure these two pieces up here too, and it's exactly right in the middle at 10. So that's how I measure it out. It's probably not the correct way, but that's how I do it. So I'm gonna do 10 inches across. And that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna do it 2 different colors though. So their colors are green and blue. So I'm gonna come over here again real quick and fix that because I didn't do that. I was gonna do it all black, but then I thought it might be cute if I do it in the 2 different colors. So I'm going to undo that weld because you can't change your colors when you weld it. So this one I want to be a green, and this I want to be blue. So we're going to attach those. Actually, why did I do that? I'm all confusing myself. Okay. So 10 inches. There we go. Okay. We're ready. Mirror it. Mirror it. So it's going to be like 10.5 by 6 is what I will do. And this one is about 10 by 8. Okay. Let me get my machine out. So I always keep my machine is always over here. And then I take it down and put it on the table. Just because I don't like it in the middle of everything. I don't know. I like everything to be in its own space. I always use this strong grip because I feel like it just like lays nicer. I know there's the green mat that's supposed to be for vinyl, but if you know me, you know I always do my own thing. I do my own thing for everything. My own way. Okay, so now I just need to find where my green is and my blue. Where did I put that? I just organized all my stuff, so I'm like, now I gotta find everything. think I have them over here. Alright, I have a blue. I need to get a green. Actually, I'm going to use this blue. I think I like that one better. So we're going to do these two colors. This is old. I used to use this when I first started. I just got it on Amazon, I think. I don't use it anymore. I use stalls. So this is what I use right here. But I only do black vinyl for my shop stuff. So when I do personal stuff or stuff for my kids and stuff, I use just regular, like whatever I get. I save my nice stalls vinyl for my business. So this is, I haven't even opened this because I don't use it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just like all of my inventory to have the same exact vinyl. So I just always use the same vinyl on everything for my business. Okay. So the green one's going first. Here, the NS logo is very bright, so these are perfect. I'm just connecting the machine. Sometimes it takes a while. Come on. Okay. So I always use washi sheet at more pressure. I feel like that cuts it so smooth and it just never messes up for me. So that's what I do. Also, a trick that I do is I save one of these little tiny vinyl rolls and I stick it underneath here. That way it's even. So when it rolls back and forth, it doesn't like go down because the table isn't long enough for the mat. So if I use that, it cuts it smoother. Okay, so cute. So then to find the center, I just fold it in half. I don't like that. Sometimes you have to adjust it to how you like it. And this is just my shirt, so I'm not being particular about it. But normally I would like line up the center, like super nice. I did my finger marks, the whole deal. But this is just for me. A little bit of a different night on the live, a little crafting going on here instead of working. I probably made it bigger than my liking, but I don't really care. There's no hole. But yes, you're right. I could have sliced out a heart, but this cut fine, so. Yeah, this is way too big. But it's still cute. It's big, but it's still cute. All right, I'm just gonna go iron it real quick. All right, and this name turned out so cute. I'm gonna show you guys in 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Well, that's what the shirt looks like. I need to finish the top part. But this is the name. So this is what it looks like when it's done. And so the reason why I use that ruler I showed you is because it lines up directly in the corner and it goes straight up at a 45-degree angle. Now the reason why I go up from the corner that much is because after you stitch it out, you want to have a little bit of extra room on both of the sides down here for your sewing filled. So you always have to take that into consideration. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you guys like this video. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. So that is finished. Oops, I didn't cut that. That's weird. Okay. So, a lot of moving around tonight. Sorry, guys. Such a pretty name. So with the black thread, with my stabilizer, you can kind of see it sometimes in here. I don't rub it because I don't want it to look messy. So what I do is I spritz it with some water, and I use a microfiber cloth and I just like dab it. I don't rub it. And then I heat press it just like you would an embroidered shirt, and then it comes out really nice and clean looking. Where did my tweezers go? I can't find them. So if I don't have my tweezers, I'll just use the picker. I do have 2 layers of this on here, so in the little tiny areas, sometimes it takes a little bit more time than normal. You just want to be careful not to pick at the fabric. And again, the reason why I use all those layers of stabilizer is because I just feel like it gives it the best stitch out. It's very smooth. I just feel like when I've tried other ways, it doesn't look as clean. So you just have to work with whatever stabilizer you have and just kind of figure out what looks the best. This one has a lot of little parts in here. And I know some people charge more for double name, like this is 2 different names. I don't. I just feel like a name is a name, and if their child has 2 names, then so be it. I'm not specific on things like that. Lots of little loops in this name though. Tweezers would definitely be easier, but I can't find them. I'm not going to go find them right now while I'm on here with you guys. Okay. Okay, so then I have my tearaway on the back here, that I just gently like pull away. And I try to get most of it off, but I don't worry about like what's in the middle of like this loops and stuff. I just leave it. I've tried saving this and reusing it, but it's almost harder to try to get it right when you're just patching it than to just use a new piece. So I just dedicate my roll of sticky back to my loveys, and that's what I use. So I'm going to turn you guys around over here again and come over here. So what I do is I just take my little, I just spray it, and then I use my microfiber cloth that I only use on my loveys, and I just kind of dot it, or like pounce. I don't rub. And that gets all the white out. And then I flip it over, and I have a Teflon sheet that was stuck up there that I just put over the name. And then I do it for like, I don't know, 5, 6 seconds, something like that. Just however long I feel. And then it is nice, and can you guys see that? So it's nice and flat. The name looks really good. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then the back, I just leave that on there. And then now I put the backing on. I'm just reading some of your guys' comments. So cute boutique. NF is just a genetic disorder that he was born with. It could be genetic, but also nobody in our family that we know of has it. So one of his genes could have mutated and it just caused him to have that. So honestly, like I still don't even know like everything about it. We're learning about it, but there is no cure for it. And so, yeah, it's just a day-to-day basis. So he could be good one day and then not good another day, which isn't awesome, but we just try to not think about it, think of the positive, and just love him every day and go from there. So it's mostly like tumor related. So spinal, brain, stuff like that. I used a spray with it and water, use the excellent to stick it up. It works really well and heat press to dry. Yep, that's what I do. Thank you, May. What ruler is Amber using? Sorry, I missed it. The ruler for my lovey. Did you get that? I'll show it to you if you didn't. Thank you. Yes, I love this. This is actually 2 different fonts. So this one is the Stitchtopia Sarah font. And then this one is also Stitchtopia Sarah, but I believe it is number 2. I'd have to double check on that. But I always mess with, when I have 2 names, I always mess with the 2 front letters because the swirly, I didn't want this to be swirly out here too. So I wanted it to be kind of different. So that's what I do with those. Okay, I'm turning back over here because I'm about to cut my fabric. Please show the ruler for Lovey. Okay. It's called Creative Grids. Trying not to get the glare. So it's like this, and you have like your rounded corners for your quilting or whatever, and then a pointed one. So when I do my lovey, I line it up. Let me see if you can see this. Let me get on the computer real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the chat, sorry. Okay, so where did my cap go? I don't know. So for the levy, the reason why I do this with this ruler is because when I have the levy on here, can you guys see this? The corner of this grid right here, or the ruler, the pointed corner, I line up with the corner of my bottom where my name is going. That's where my name's going. So I line it up with this bottom corner, just like that. I line the sides up and the bottom up with the corner of that ruler. I do it on the very end, not in the inside. So if you were to do it in the inside, the name would be up higher, and I don't want that. So I always do it with the edge of the frame, basically. And then I know my center point is right there where the 45-degree angle meets in the middle. And that's where my center point of my name on my machine is going right there. So I know my needle 1 is center point on my machine. You can choose whatever needle you want it to be. I just do number 1. And so then that's where I line my center point up of the name with the center point up of the machine. And then that's how it stitches out, just like that. Because I lined it up just like that with this, and that's right where my center point of my name is. So that's how I do it. It works every time. It's super easy. It makes it very consistent. You may have already said it, but what does NF mean? I need one of them. Thanks, Amber. Seeing it helps. Of course. So NF is just, it's neurofibromatosis 1, and it's a genetic disorder, and it could be hereditary or it could not be hereditary. I mean, it's supposed to be hereditary because it is a genetic disorder, but some people, like my son, for instance, nobody in my family has it that we're aware of, and nobody wanted to get tested for it because we're fine, and I wouldn't want to know now if I have it. So basically one of his genes could have mutated and he was born with that. So that it's just a day-to-day basis, like I said. So tomorrow he could have something and today he could be fine. Like, we just trying to think about it. He goes to the doctor. So normal kids go like on their checkups once a year. He has to go twice a year, like every 6 months. He has to get his eyes checked because in the back of his eye nodules he could have like something forming back there. I don't even really know how to explain it or if I'm explaining it right. But it's just a lot of checkups and just keeping track on him. He is delayed in like the developmental department, like just a little bit slower than, you know, he didn't start walking until he was 2-ish, a little bit longer than that. Just like his motor and fine skills are a little bit lagged, but we're working on that, and it could be forever, or it could just be for the first few years of his life. We don't know. So right now he's in a developmental preschool that's helping him a lot. Like, he's learned so much, and so proud of him. Like, he's talking now. He's, you know, fully running, walking. He like went from like no walking to like running. So just super proud of him. But yeah, so tomorrow is the National NF Awareness Day. So I just wanted to support him, and basically my business is for him. So yeah, little short story on my son. So that's why on all of my clothing tags you see the NF on it. So if you're new here and you don't know what they look like, they're sew-in tags. Can't grab one. So these are my tags. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoop. So, and then they say Cure NF on the back. That's why I wanted that logo on there. And they're sewn, so you fold it in half. That way in the clothing, you see the Being in Bliss on one side, and then when you flip it over, you have that on the back side. Just so that, you know, he's always there with every product that I have. all over the place right now. Actually, I want this over here. This goes down here. I think I need to go get more backing really quick. I have that backing out. I'll be right back. So this is the backing I use for this blanket. So pretty. It's very dirty though. It gets messy. Okay. I wasn't gonna cut it that way, but I'm going to. So pretty. I love this one. Sorry, I'm probably missing all your guys' questions or comments. I will get to them as soon as I get to the computer. So my name is over here and I want my tag to go on the opposite corner. I don't want it on the same corner. And I double pin it just so that I know where to stop and go. I know where I'm stopping and going, but sometimes if I'm trying to move too fast and I'm not thinking about it and paying attention like I should be, I will go past it. So I always double pin it just so peace of mind. Also, guys, if you don't know, I am an affiliate for Sewing Machines Plus, and if you have any questions on any machines that you are thinking about purchasing, please let me know. I can help you guys out with that. I have a link, it's in my description, and I also have, if you're seriously interested in buying one, I have a code that you can use, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't, so it just depends on the machine you get, if it's gonna work or not. But I would love to help you guys out with that. It would help me, it would help you. Also, they're doing, I don't know if you guys know, but they just did a Quilt Fest, and now they're doing their Hoopfest, and I'm gonna be a part of that. So I would love for you guys to go follow them if you aren't already following them. Sewing Machines Plus on YouTube. They also have a Facebook and Instagram. I'm really sure they have everything. But I'm gonna be doing the Hoopfest with them. I think, let me look what day. So my first event with them is not on Hoopfest. It's actually on the 27th of this month. I'm going to be doing a 30-minute live with them on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm sorry. So please, if you have time during that day, I think, I'm not positive on what time my section is, but I will let you guys know when I know. But Hoopfest is going to be June 19th. I think it's the 14th through the 19th. I could be wrong, but I know I'm on the 19th. But again, I'm always getting these things wrong, so I know that I'm on the 19th, but I can't remember exactly what day. I think it's the 14th through the 19th. I could be wrong. But that's super exciting. I'm going to be talking about basically how to make money with your hobby, because that's what I started out doing. I started it out as a hobby, and then it quickly became a passion of mine, which then turned into my business. And again, supporting my son and just everything all in one. So I'm going to be talking about all of that good stuff, and then kind of just showing, I'm sure you guys already know because you've been on my lives and stuff, but I'm just going to go through, my shop and like what I do for a living and just everything about my business. So hopefully you guys can attend that. I think that'll be super exciting. I'm super nervous because I've never done anything like that before. Also, just like when I did my first live with you guys, like I was so nervous about it that I wanted to throw up because I'm not a very talkative, outgoing person, I guess. I'm more shy. But now I've actually come out of my bubble and I'm fine doing lives with you guys now for some reason. I just feel comfortable with it. But I am super nervous about this whole Hoopfest thing. And just being on somebody else's live, I think that's just a different situation for me to be in. So a little bit nervous, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to sew this blanket. I'm going to move you guys over here so you can see what I'm doing. Mountain Stand, don't do labels. Yes, Mountain Street Arts. I talked to the owner of the shop. She was actually very nice about it, but also she was like, my husband and I are the ones who run the business, and we are about to retire. We're going into our late 60s, I think she said it was, or 70s, and they don't have time or the energy to do a bunch of new custom orders. So she had to turn down all the people that I've sent to her, which is unfortunate because there's been a lot of you that have wanted to go over there. But they're still doing current customers or like grandfathered in customers like myself. So good for me, not good for you guys. But again, just look on Etsy. There's so many different shops on there that do that kind of stuff. So I would just search in what you want to find and then it comes up. This is the link. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Live, it's perfect for cutting round in quarters with the rotary cutter. I also use it to center my fabric and embroidery machines. The real time saver thing saver. Yes, Sheila, I love that little thing. It is so good. Hi, Paulette. How are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time on here. Poor Amber repeated herself so much. Aw, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Just looking at your guys' comments really quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually look online because I don't want to see all that nasty stuff that it says about it. So I'm going to move you guys over here. My doctor actually told me, or his doctor actually told me not to look online because every case is different. So I just try not to look at it. But here he is. You can see him. He's sleeping. Little baby. All right, I'm gonna move you guys down here. So NF stands for neurofibromatosis. Do you have any advice on sewing tags and bummies? Mine always seem to go sideways. I'm actually doing bummies tomorrow night. So if you want to join tomorrow night, I'm going to show you guys start to finish. I know Connie already did the bummies, but I'm just going to do a refresher on it. How old is he? He just turned 3 on Valentine's Day. He's my Valentine's baby. Okay, I'm gonna start this and then I'll answer some more questions. This is my blanket machine. I'm really particular about my machines and what I use them for. I don't have one machine that does everything. I like this machine for my blankets. I'm weird. I like to have my settings set so I don't have to mess with them, and then I just go. So this machine actually saves my last setting and I don't have to touch it. I just hit OK and it's already ready to go. And I love it because it has this big table on it. This is a So Steady table. If you're interested in it, you just go to their website, choose what machine you have, and they make it for you to fit your machine. I love it. I think this one is 24 by 32, I believe. It's the biggest one they have. And it comes with this drawer right here. I really like it. It's really, really nice and good quality. So back to the machines. So my serger over there, my first baby serger, I call it my baby because this is the first one I used. It's the Brother 1034 Lock D, or Lock 1034D. And I am going to continue doing my nursing pads with that machine because I've got that, like, you know, the pads are round, and so it's very hard to serge a round. It takes a while to learn how to do that really nicely. And so on that machine, I've like got it down perfect. And so I was messing with my other two machines with that the other day, and it was just frustrating. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep this machine specifically for my nursing pads, and that's it. And then the other two machines, I'm gonna do like my clothing and all the other stuff with. My industrial machine, I do my waistbands with. I put my tags on with that machine. Basically all my straight and zigzag stitches I do on that machine. And then since I now have the two embroidery machines, my FAF I'm going to do all my loveys with because I already have down the measurements and the exact like frame and everything like that for that machine. So it just is super fast and easy. So I'm just going to keep that for that machine, and then probably obviously do birthday shirts too on that machine. But my blankets and my loveys will be specifically for that embroidery machine. And then on the bigger machine over here, the 12 needle, I'm probably going to do all my birthday shirts and stuff like that on that machine. So I like to delegate a machine to each specific item that I have in my shop. I just think it makes life easier for me. And yeah, I just like that. So, whoops. Okay. Get comfy. Yes, I sew over my needles. I know you're not supposed to, but I do. It makes my life way easier. And these needles are so very fine that I've never hit one ever. Like, I don't want to tell you guys to do that because I don't want to be responsible if you break a needle or hurt your machine. But I've never had an issue with it, so I do it. That would be very unfortunate if I actually, like, on a live, like, broke a needle after I just said I never have. That would be quite embarrassing. But no, I haven't. I've never had any issues with it. So right here, if you guys haven't heard me on a live or a video for my lovey, what I like to do is only on this peak right here, I count how many I go up and how many I go down. That way they're exactly the same, because you want that point to be identical on both sides. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. It's usually always 11, but I just like to make sure, and I do it. I count it every time. And because I freehand cut a little bit extra on these sides, as long as my arrow going down is the same amount on both sides, I have a little bit more extra on this side than I do on this side, and that's fine. I just follow it down and then follow it down because I freehand cut that off of my pattern. I gave it a little bit more fabric, and so that's why it's a little uneven. But I always cut that off at the end anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just always make sure that this lines back up. And this is a lock machine, so it locks my stitches in the beginning and the end and cuts it, so super convenient. Normally I don't take my needles out here or my pins, but I don't want to move you guys and move you guys and move you guys again, so I'm just going to do it real quick right here. I still haven't had time to set up like my different cameras that I keep telling you guys I'm going to do. My plan is to eventually have a camera at every machine. That way I can just click a button and then you can be like put on this machine instead of me moving you guys around everywhere. That's my plan. I'm working on it, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So like right now I have to move you over here so you can see what I'm doing. How's the picture on here? Is it still clear or is it fuzzy? Working on prom alteration dresses, so we'll put you on speaker. Oh, that's fun. Good night, Debbie. Thanks for being here. So after I finish this blanket, we're gonna go pack orders. So if you guys want to hang out while I pack some orders, that's what I'm gonna do next. So this is when it gets messy. My little handy vacuum. I always grab the little tag part up here. That just makes it easier. And then when I have a name, I kind of go a little slower. I don't want to like pull it out because I don't want to mess that embroidered name up. So I just do it slowly. Can you guys see me? take my little chopstick. Blanket is the only cotton blanket I do, but because it's so beautiful and it's such a top seller that I just have kept it in the shop. All my other blankets are minky, which I love, but I've kept this one because it does so good. So I just poke the corners out. And then I'm gonna top stitch, but this is basically what it looks like, if you can see it. So there's the back and the front, but now I gotta top stitch it. So, ow, poke myself. So, I always start on the corner. That way I get one long strip. I'm gonna move the camera, don't worry. Okay. My oldest just turned 3 on Valentine's Day and my youngest just turned 2 last weekend on the 8th. Oh, happy birthday to him. Or him. Clear for me, clear. Good. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thanks for being here. I love those pins, but I keep stabbing myself. I know, I just did. I just poked myself so hard. I purchased one of those vacuums and I love it. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I love that thing. It literally saves my life. I hate fur. It's a love-hate relationship, basically. I thought I'd post the link because she always gets questions about it. Yes, thank you so much, Sandy. When you say cotton, do you mean cotton knit? For this right here is a quilter's cotton. So I get that at like Hobby Lobby, where all the quilter's cotton is. I don't know what brand that is actually, but it's just regular cotton. All my other fabric that I use is cotton knit. Yeah, organic cotton knit. Good night. Thank you so much for being here. Michelle, did that answer your question? I honestly don't know so much information on different fabrics because I only use a few different fabrics. I'm not experienced with all of them. I know the ones that I like and the ones that I use on a day-to-day basis, but I don't know details of other fabrics. I know that I use the minky. I get all of them from Spoonflower, except for these regular quilters cottons that I get from Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I also get some of them from Hawthorne Supply Company. There's a few other shops online that I'll buy from, but mostly I just pick up random ones that I'm doing bibs and burp cloths with for the shop I'm in locally. I get all that just from Hobby Lobby basically. I like their cotton there. I feel like it's thicker and nicer, so I use it. I use that there. I feel like my chair is all weird. Sorry guys. I moved my chair the other night and now I'm not comfy. There we go. I don't know why or if you guys do this. I always sit on the side. I don't ever sit right in the middle of it. I have to be on an angle. Don't know. Okay, so this is how I put my tags in my blankets. They're sew-in fold, double folded tags. I had her cut mine down to 3/4 of an inch because I like them small. I don't like them big. And I just stick them right in here where that little opening was. And that's how I do it. I take my little seam ripper and I grab the corner right here just to help guide it through underneath the plate so it doesn't get stuck. And then this is where the opening is, so I always put a needle through or a pin through here to hold it. And then I just pull it taut, not too tight, but a little bit, just to help guide it through. And then I just go. Sorry if my arm is in the way. And I just do, it's like a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, basically. Or top stitch. And this is where I count too, because I want them to be even on the outside of the fabric as well. Point my corners out. I like them to be very sharp. I always push that spring in because it's like a leveler. And I'm always making sure that the fur is around the outside evenly on all 4 sides. I'm running low on my thread up here. That's why I keep looking at that. I don't want to run out in the middle of a project. Okay, so I need to poke this out a little bit. I try to line this corner up as best as I can so that it just looks like it's seamless. Cut these little guys off in the back. I'm done doing this machine tonight because I'm done sewing for tonight. I just have to package. But this is what it looks like after I've top stitched it. It just makes it look so much cleaner when you top stitch. And then this is what I meant, like for the, hopefully you can see this. Am I angling it right? Okay. So like the pointed arrow at the top, you want it to be even all the way around. That's why I count those 2 going up and down, just so it looks nice. Liz. Have you ever checked out Yeah Quilt Shop in Vegas? They have live streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays selling fabric on YouTube. I've never even heard of them, but I will check it out. Okay, so we're gonna go over to, I'm taking you guys on a walk. We're gonna go over here to the cam snap area because I have to snap this. Okay. There we go. I had you guys zoomed in. All right. What am I doing? I don't even like, I don't even mark it or poke it. I just put the thing right through there. So with this blanket, I like to use either this dark gray, but I'm going to use black on this one because sometimes I use the dark gray, but I feel like because the name is, there's a 2-part name on here, I feel like the black would stand out more. So I'm going to use black on this one. I go back and forth on them. And then I usually just poke it through the center point between this point. I hope you guys can see this point and this point, and I mark it through the center, going down from the middle. That's how I do it. And when you do these kind of things for your own business, you kind of come up with different ways that work for you, and like just things to make life easier instead of having to always like measure things out and do all that. I try to make it as easy as I can. And I do the same thing. I do this point and this point, because I don't put it right in the middle of that. I go down about at least like ½ an inch, because when I used to put it right on the line right there, it was too tight when I put the ring in. So it would like get all bunched up like this, and I didn't like that. So I just thought if I extended it a little bit, maybe it would work. And then voila, it did work. So again, just little things like that that help. Okay, so now my cam snaps are in. Can you guys see that? And then I'm gonna go get my ring, and the ring goes right in there. But you don't always have to put a ring. You can do whatever you want. You can put a string and then do a pacifier clip on there, or attach their binky to there. You can do whatever you want. You can put one of those little toys on here, whatever. I just do the ring because a lot of people like that and it's easy. So don't laugh at my mess, you guys. It's messy in here. I'm gonna go grab a thing real quick. Yes, I'm gonna package these, and my husband's asking if I'm coming to bed soon.
Went to bed really late last night.
I'm gonna package this, and those are already, I just have to like write notes in the package, so I'll mix it. Pretty messy. Yep. And then, love you. Yes, I promise. Wait for me. Okay. Love you. Okay, so this is my ring. I don't know if you guys can see it. So see how it just like went on there really smoothly? If you don't put it down far enough, then it like gets all bunched up like that. And that's how it used to be. And I couldn't figure out why it would do that. And so then I just extended it, and then it goes on super smooth. And you can put whatever you want in there, like I said, but there's the front of it, if you can see that, and then the back of it. Super cute. One of my favorite ones that I do. This is one of my favorite products that I make. Okay. What size rings do I use? These ones are like 2 inches around. Let me double check that. 2.5 inches, these big ones. So for my teething rings, I use 2 different sizes, and those are, I think, 1.5 inches and 2 inches. I do 2 different sizes. And then for my loveys, which I just showed you, these ones are 2.5 inches. So lots of different measurements. No one here sees a mess. We're drooling over the space. Aw, you're sweet. I didn't have time to clean up all this junk over here, so you're gonna see a mess over here. Like, look at all that. It's from the machine. So over here, this is what I did earlier. So I have all these bummies to pack, this outfit, these things, a couple birthday shirts going on over here. And then I have this really cute order, which was a matching crib blanket with a lovey. So the lovey that I just showed you, but it's in this print, so it matches their crib blanket, so they don't have to take their big huge crib blanket out in the car. They can just take the lovey, same exact material, so the baby doesn't think that there's any difference in the blanket, because they can tell if it's a different texture. Babies know that. And then they're organic nursing pads, so that was their order. Super cute. And then I just added this one. I wanted to do this one and then be done with orders for the night. So I'm going to pack these. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to set you guys real quick. Let me go get my charger really quick. I'll be right back. The first thing I always do actually is clean my space, because I do work in my garage. So I like to make sure everything is like clean. So I have these everywhere. Because I fold most of my stuff on my heat press, but sometimes I have to refold them or whatever, and I don't like to have the dirt anywhere. not dirt, but you know what I mean, dust and debris and all that. So I'm constantly cleaning all the time. Over here, this is where I do like my thank you notes and stuff. And my scale is over here, so I can give you guys a brief tour of my space if you want to see it. So like right here, I have my poly mailers. I have clips here and on the other side just so that I have them both places. My pens, my scissors, I have some tape right here if I need it. I keep my weight, my scale under here, my printer, my laptop for my print or for my stuff to print off. Up here, I keep my thank you cards with just my logo on the back that I created on Canva. And then I have my please leave a review and then care instructions. These care instructions are for my birthday shirts, my embroidered shirts, and then it just has like all of my information on the back of it. And I put this in every order though because I want everyone to maybe leave me a review. So you want to remind. And then in here, I think I just disconnected for a second. I have my small, medium, and large cellophane bags or clear bags, whatever you want to call them. I always, after I get done doing my orders, I print out my slips right here and I just keep them on here. That way I can just pick through them when I need them. So I don't want you guys to be able to see that. I have my ink for my stamps that I use. These are my bags for my nursing pads. These are my bags for my headbands. And then I just keep like 10 or whatever wraps in here. And then when I need more, I just replenish as I need. But that's how I know that these ones are my nursing pad bags. And then if I do like teethers or clips or anything, I put one of these in their bag. It's just information on how to clean them. I just have that there. Right here I have like my stamps and my business cards. And then these are what I put on my clothing. So I put one of these on all my clothing items and it just says, please take care of me. I'm handmade in the USA for your trendy little one. Please wash on a gentle cycle and dry me naturally. I like them to know as many times as possible how to take care of their clothing because it is organic and it is handmade. So I want them to know how to take care of it. And then those are just the strings that attach that on the outfit. This is my logo stamp. Thank you with my website, and then just another random. I have a lot of random stamps. These are my stickers. This is for my headbands. It's an embosser, I think is what it's called. My logo is inside there and it embosses. And then my logo stamp, do not bend. And then when people order, so like this, is this one no, that one's not a gift. If they order it as a gift, I put this stamp, handmade with love, on their card because they have an option to do like a gift card. And then I put that on there instead of their invoice because I don't send an invoice with a gift. So I put that on there instead. Just some extra holding tape. This is my logo tape that I love so much. This is, these are actually chapstick holders. I make them as I send them out. And then my crinkle paper. And then this is just extra like filler. I give out anyone who buys or purchases a turtle print from me because it's my exclusive design. I have these exclusive Bingham Bliss exclusive print with the, I don't know if you can see that, it's not going to focus. It's just really nice chapstick. So it's just like a freebie for a thank you for purchasing that print. And then down here, of course, you can see all of my boxes. I go from biggest to smallest, and then just extra stuff down there. So quick tour of that. This is all extra backstock too. Like I need to replenish those. Water for my water activated tape that I use, and just more junk down there. So there is that. I'm going to go grab my charger really quick because I'm running low on battery. So I'll be right back and then we'll get started. Okay, sorry about that. Plug this in. Okay. Sandy, I just read your message. You're gonna head off to bed. I didn't finish my shirt, so it's not. I can show it to you, but it's not complete. I need to finish it. I don't know if you can see it, but this is what it's gonna look like. I just need to heat press that one more time. But kind of big. I would have liked it probably to be a little bit smaller, but I wasn't being very precise with it, and it's just my shirt, so it's gonna be fine. It's super cute. I like it. It's bright, and these are the colors of the NF, so I think it turned out super cute. Yeah, so there's my shirt. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow night for the live, so you'll be able to see it tomorrow night. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night, Sandy. Thank you so much for being on tonight. I'm gonna end here soon, probably in like 15 minutes too, so, or as long as it takes me to pack these. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna put you guys, I think, because I need to use this space too. I'm gonna move you guys again, right here. Close your eyes if you get sick because this is moving. I'm adjusting the tripod right now if you hear that noise. I wish you could just click a button and then it extends. Let's see, I'm gonna put you guys up over here. There. How's that? Hopefully it doesn't fall over. I'm nervous because it's like on a box. This one might be better. I'm gonna be back here. I'll zoom in though so you guys can see. I'm trying to set you up at a good angle. Because I use both of those tables. Alrighty. Okay, ready to go. My cord is going that way. Okay, so this is the one I just finished, and I fold it like in half. But what I do is actually lint roll it first because I want to make sure it's all nice and clean. This is why I clean my space beforehand, because I don't want any dirt on it. And then I put my tag. Some people fly through their packaging. I actually enjoy packaging. It's my favorite thing to do. I love it so much. So I take my time and I just kind of like go through each order and make sure they're done. Obviously, sometimes if I'm in a huge hurry, I don't do that and I just kind of know what I'm doing and I do it and get it done. But for the most part, I like to enjoy it and just take it each order at a time, sort of thing. I do have a system that I do though with it. so it doesn't take a long time, but I just try to make sure each order gets exactly the attention they need. I do like to put all of my stuff in their bags first though, so that they're not sitting out and getting dirty. So that's why I'm doing this right here real quick. So I put one of those cards in the front, or I'm sorry, in the back, and then I have this card in the front. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that invoice over there because I left it over there. Okay, so the first thing that I do is, I know that, okay, so these are priority. So I do put these in a poly mailer, but they are shipping priority. So it's illegal to put these in here without shipping priority. I mean, you can try to get away with it, but if you get caught, there's a huge deal. So I would suggest not doing that. But anyway, I basically put each, so this gets one of these. This gets one of these. This and those 4. So I need 6 of these. But I put stickers on the back of all of them. So this is how I kind of get through it faster. I just do one step at a time. It's kind of how I do my inventory too. I do all my cups, I do all my waistbands, all this, all that, blah, blah, blah. I'm actually going to put these ones in a smaller one because I don't need that giant one for those. So that one will be in here. This one goes in here. And then this one is a 3-part outfit, so it's going to get a box actually. And then these 4, I'm going to use these, but I need to get more out. So those 2. And then under here, I have my stash. Okay. So there's that. And then I go ahead and put all the clothing in their bags. These are what I write all my thank you letters on. And then my business card. These ones, the shirts don't get these ones. If they have a multiple order, I don't put this on each item. I just give one of them for the whole order. Okay, and then I go through and I put these. That's the only romper I have in here right now, so I don't need to do other ones, just that one. Okay, so, okay, that goes to that. Okay, so then I start on the very front and then I just kind of work my way down. I start writing the thank you letters. Then I just do, so this one is, her name is Shirley. So I just say, thank you, Shirley. I hope that you love your matching blanket and lovey and your organic nursing pads or something like that. Like I just always write a thank you letter to each person. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now. And because there are quite a few, I'm just going to use black. Sometimes I do different colors, but I'm just going to use black tonight. So I know it's a lot, but people actually really like when you write a personalized note. It just means that they actually like took time to do your order and like they care about the product that they give you. So it's a good idea to do notes. I know that it takes a long time, but again, the product that you send out, the first impression is packaging to me. So, and then it's the product itself, but like the way that it's presented is so important. At least that's my opinion. I mean, when I get packages that are just thrown in a bag and whatever, then I'm like, ugh, like I don't know if this is actually going to be a good product. So just really think about that. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own opinion. That's just my opinion, but I think it's a big deal. Okay, so then I don't sit here and finish each one at a time. I'm going to write all my letters, and that's it. Excuse me. And then I seal up the packages at the same time. That's what I'm doing right here. Double checking it. So this one is a 4T black 3 Libby. So 4T black 3 Libby. This is hers. So branding is important. So I like to make sure I brand all my stuff. So 2T Hudson. I spelled her name wrong. So you always gotta look. CL1N. Okay, so this goes here. I just like to double check the address because that's just me. So that goes there. I always face it that way so that they can see there's instructions on there and they don't bypass those instructions. So this one is a Madeline. Gonna be the last one. These ones I do just like stick it on because it's already done. So. That one's done. So this one is a gift. So I can show you guys what I mean by when I put that sticker on there. So I print the invoice out for myself because I like to keep track of it that way. But it's a gift, and so what I do is I print out their card that they have, and then right here is the description of what they got. So then I just put one of my stickers, the Handmade with Love, on the bottom down here. Just gives it a little bit of an extra touch instead of just throwing the paper in there. That's just me, of course. You don't have to do that. So this one is And then when I have it as a gift, I just write, I hope that you love your handmade outfit, and just like whatever you want to put. I don't put like, thank you for purchasing or anything like that, because they didn't buy it, it was a gift. Just I hope that you love your new baby outfit. I hope that you love this sweet baby bison romper, is what I put. Because they got the bison baby romper in 6 to 9 months, so it's obviously like a baby shower gift or something of that sort. Okay, so this one I'm going to do last probably because it has a box. So these four, I am just going to write the letters first. So this one is also a gift. So cat. So this one, I fold them like that, and then I put them in a little bag. And then I put this little sticker in the front in here. So that's in the front, that's in the back. I hope you love these sweet ice cream bummies. So cute. Put that in the back with one of my business cards. I didn't get one of those. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to be quiet, I'm just concentrating. Kayla. I hate when they stick together. These little bags are perfect for my bummies. They fit so good. You guys, am I good? Like, I haven't even checked the phone. Finding others on YouTube has built my confidence and start. Thank you so much. Sometimes you may not see the good you do. You've been a blessing to me. Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I had an idea of things that I wanted to make and sell on a website of my own for quite some time. Oh, I hope that you're doing it. I will be thinking of you and hoping that you have all the success forever. Hopefully you guys can hear me when I'm talking over here, because I can't. It's way back there. So this is the little lovey that I have. My garage door's opening, sorry. And I put them in these bags, and then I put them in here. I want it to be double protected with the embroidery, so that's why I put them in these bags. So Stephanie. I'm doing live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Felt like doing one on Sunday.
I just needed to get these done, so I was like, if I do a live, then I'll get it all done, and I won't have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, all these machines you got now.
I don't know why I took that off quite yet.
Alright.
Okay, so in here I put their blanket, and then I put their note, and their my card, my business card, basically the same thing that I did with all the other orders. I just stick it in there. And I put it in my poly mailer to double protect it. Then I put this on. And then I put my do not bend sticker. And that's how it's done. And it says thank you on there. With that on there. Okay, I have a couple more. Put these over here. So let's do 1, 2.
You got so many good compliments on here.
Huh?
So many awesome compliments on here from people.
Yeah, I can't see what they're saying because my phone's back there.
Very nice though.
Say hi to my brother, he's in here.
Hello. Reading all your nice compliments.
He's my cutter.
It's Amber's assistant.
Okay, there's one down, one more. So this is already in here because I already did it. Just check the name. Perfect. I just think, like, packaging is therapeutic. You either love it or you don't, and I love it. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's finish this one. So how I do this is I already put it all in here. It's all folded. This is how I do my blankets. I have this cute little thing I make on there. I put those on all of them. This one has that tag in there, so I don't have to put a tag in anymore. These ones are packaged individually. And then I have crinkle paper underneath, so it looks a little bit nicer. On here, I'll either do a sticker like I did on this one, or I'll do a stamp. So I have my logo stamp, but in this case, I don't know why, I just decided to put a sticker on there. Every day is different. So I already have their stuff written on here. This is all ready to go. So all I need to do is seal it. But I put a cover over the top of that because I don't want it to get dirty. So I make my own vellum paper with my logo on it. I just cut them to size. So it's just clear and it's just vellum paper that I order on Amazon. And I make it myself. So what I do is put it the right way, first of all. And then I just kind of like do that, and then I stick it down in here. Just like that, so it's covered, and then when I close it, it'll go over it. But that way when they open it, it's not like revealed. I don't want it to be touching anything. And then I just stick this nicely on top. Right there. Which one is she? Gotta look at her name before I seal it up. That would not be good. Surely so. Okay. I got these boxes on Amazon. I do not like them. Obviously, I'm using them because I don't want to waste them. But they didn't have my size. I normally get them on eBay. But they didn't have my size. So I had to get these ones. They're just like kind of flimsy, I guess. Like right here, see how it bends? So you just have to be careful with it. Boxes are hard to find good ones. I know Uline. I think I'm going to try them next. So all those water bottles down there are for this right here. I just make sure it's always filled. And then it's water activated. So I just wrap it like a present. I've gotten pretty good at knowing how much tape to take out because I've wrapped them so many times. Sometimes if it's not like secure right there, I'll just take some of this tape and put it on the very corner because that's really, really, really good tape. I get that on Amazon as well. It's just like packing tape, but it's craft color. And then I usually secure it on my boxes because I'm OCD about that. So that is what that looks like a little present. And then I have one more over here. So I'm going to use this smaller box. And then I usually, let me get rid of all this mess. So I'm going to use a stamp on this one. I feel like using a stamp. So it's just my logo, and I just put it right in the middle. Huh? I have one more.
Yeah, I'm watching Green on. They're really nice ones.
Yeah.
It's really cool. How was St. Tuesday? Was it awesome? I love it.
It was awesome.
Did you guys win? You guys do something?
So this is a smaller box. This is my 11 by 9 by 1.5 inches. So I have a 1.5 inch, a 2 inch, and a 3 inch. Keep my crinkle paper in here, and I just replenish it when I need to. When I put them in here, like as outfits, I don't put them in the clear bags because it's supposed to be like a present. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But when it's like different pieces like this, I'm not going to this time. I'll just cover it with my paper because I want them just to be. I just want it to be pretty. So this I'm gonna fold like that. It's gonna go sideways, and then this is gonna go like that. Alright, this is my last packaging order. I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to answer a few questions and I'm probably going to head out for the night because it has been a long weekend. And I have a live tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we are going to be doing bummies, a refresher of bummies. I had a lot of questions on those. Connie had a lot of questions on those. So I'm going to do a refresher. Forgot to put this in there. So if you guys want to sew along with me on that, you can use whatever fabric you want. I would suggest a knit material. What am I looking for? A knit material, and obviously you're going to need a pattern. You can find a pattern on, I think if you go to Connie's, her handle name is Scandees, so SCANDEEZ. And if you go under her Bummies tutorial, she should have a link in there that is the link that they used the last time. If you don't have a bummy pattern, you can grab that one. Or you can go on Etsy and find any bummy pattern that you want of your choice. And we'll be doing that tomorrow night. I have a few bummy orders that I need to get through tomorrow night. So that is why I wanted to do a refresher with you guys on it. And then plus just be able to like get through some orders and talk about it with you guys as well. So I hope to see you all there tomorrow night. I need to know this person's name before I close it. I keep doing that. Kristen. These boxes are actually really good ones. These ones are from Uline, but I got them on eBay. So I didn't directly order them through Uline. And I really like these ones. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and directly order them through Uline because I really do like them. This one, I don't wrap both sides like I did the other one, just because it is a better box and I don't need to waste all that tape. Which I just wasted some because I thought I was doing the bigger box. So then with this one, I'll just use like a couple pieces of this tape, just real small, and then I'll just put it on here. Just to make sure it's closed. I like to make sure it's nice and tight so that nothing gets inside there. And that is that one. So just one strip. Alright, I think I'm gonna go over to that computer and answer some questions really quick before I say goodnight. I know I said that earlier.
I know, yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. We'll see.
Do you want to put these in the car for me so I don't forget them? 1, 2, 3, 4, you're fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 orders. There we go. Perfect, thank you. And then I have, I'm gonna move you guys again. So there's my shirt if you didn't see it earlier. I still need to finish it. I made a shirt for tomorrow. Did you see it? Look
No.
at it.
Nice. That's awesome.
For tomorrow's Current Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking at the 30 minutes, 50 minutes.
I know. I know. I'm gonna grab us some water really quick. And then if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna answer a few questions before I head out. Let me read some comments. Are those little ones padded envelopes? Yes, the craft ones that I use for the bummies, they do have, they're like bubble millers. And I really like them because they're small, but they're also protected. Aw, good night, Mia, I missed you. I tried Etsy, no success is good to see you succeeding, keep pushing forward. Aw. Sorry to hear that. It takes a while. I've been on Etsy for, I don't know how long, like 4 years maybe now. About 4 years. And it takes a good while to like get your sales going, like consistently. So just be patient. Yeah, Tammy, I was on Connie's live and it wasn't her bummy live, it was a different one. But there were so many questions that were coming up about the bummies, and so I just talked to Connie and was like, do you think it would be a good idea to do a refresher bummies? Just to like go through everything step by step again. And everyone does it a different way anyway, so I think it would be good for her to show her way, me to show my way, and then obviously you guys can put in your own little touches to it as well. And if you have any questions, then I'll be there to answer those tomorrow too. I have had an idea of things I wanted to make for the website. Okay, I read that one earlier. I learned so much from Amber. I'm so grateful that I found her on YouTube. Aw, thank you so much, Aubrey. SERGERs are my favorite. Like, actually, I don't know. I like the COVERSTITCH too because they just both give it a very professional touch, and they're so easy to use. Are all of your orders from Etsy? I do get a few occasional orders on my website, but like I told you guys earlier that I just got it up and running again, so it's going to take some time for it to marinate with the search engine and just being visible on Google, it takes a while, like probably like 6 months, a good 6 months to like get in the system and start getting orders. So I've had a few here and there, but not a ton. But most, yeah, all those orders I did tonight were from Etsy. Sorry.
Our plan is to channel them.
My plan is to channel them to my website. That's the plan. So whenever I give an order out, that's why I have on all of my stuff that I give them in their order has my website on there. It has Etsy on there as well, but like my stamps have beingabliss.com. So pretty much everything I want them to go to my website eventually. And like I said, I will still always have Etsy just as a backup because it is just, people know about Etsy and people order from them all the time. The fees just kill you. Work from Uline and Staples are pretty nice. The boxes I ordered from Uline and Staples are pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try Uline and see. I mean, those ones are from Uline. I ordered them on eBay. I didn't know they were Uline when I ordered them, but they're nice. I'm gonna show this new machine probably tomorrow. I ordered a bunch of new thread for it, so I didn't want to take all my thread from over there to move it over here, so I was just kind of waiting. But I want to work with it tomorrow probably. So do you always embroidery on the cotton and minky? So that lovey that I did tonight is my only cotton lovey that I have in my shop. So, with my regular minky blankets that I do, I embroider on the minky side of that as well. So I do both. How much is shipping on those boxes? My shipping is usually, if I just do first class, it's usually like $375 or $378 to like $420 something and change. Unless I do priority, then it's like $7 or $8, depending on the weight. But normally it's not very expensive. You would think it would be more expensive because it's a nice box, but it's actually not that much more than anything else. Where can I find those little envelopes? I tried looking for them on Amazon, but I couldn't find them. What is the size on those? Aubrey, I'll link them for you when I get off this live. I'll put them on the description. But they're 8x8 craft boxes. Or I'm sorry, craft envelopes. They're padded. Your room has really good lighting. Trying to redo my workshop and I need to get my lighting better. So I did actually link my lighting. I love, love, love my lighting. I ordered all my lights on Amazon as well. And my uncle installed them for me because he's an electrician. So I try not to show my ceiling because there's extension cords everywhere. But the lighting is amazing.
Your husband didn't run it for you?
Nope, my husband didn't do it for me because he is not an electrician.
It's true. It's a good point. Valid.
Let's see here. Any other questions, you guys? Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions.
I'm Alex, I'm her husband. My wife's a superstar.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right.
So much better, man.
She also needs to get some sleep.
I am going to bed. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight with me. And hopefully tomorrow I will see you guys again. And we're going to do some bummies. I'm going to work with this machine. And sorry for that loud noise. My brother is taking all the boxes out from the machine because they're taking up our entire walkway. So that was all that noise that was going on right there. Okay, so tomorrow night, bummies. I will make a list in the morning of supplies, but you literally just need stretch material, sewing machine, serger if you have one. I don't use a cover stitch on those. I just use my serger and my regular sewing machine. And then all the basic supplies that you need. So we'll be doing a refresher of bummies, and I will be probably stitching out something or another on this new machine because I'm excited to use it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's live, and please give this video a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye guys. Have a good night.
Boom. Beautiful.